Hey everybody, Ken with Integrity Medical Courier Training here with another day in the life of a medical courier trainer. Today's adventures have us flying to Minneapolis, Minnesota to provide training for one of our clients in Roseville, Minnesota. We'll do driver ride-alongs, we'll do a site audit, and we'll do a live group training class in their warehouse. You guys, this is something that sets Integrity Medical Courier Training apart from any other training and certification out there. We actually fly to your city and provide in-person training for companies that usually have 50 or more drivers. So listen, if you want to know more, go to our website, integritydelivers.com, and you'll see all the different training options there. But guys, come along with us. Let's have some fun.
Go through at the same time. Oh yes, dude. Oh, he's leaving. Integrity.
Thank you, young man. I've got some money in my lap bag there. I'll give you a tip.
Oh, I appreciate that. But I work for free.
Well, not exactly for free.
Yeah, no.
Cut that. You better cut that. You can keep that in the blooper reels if you like, though.
It'd be funny to have like really inspirational music on, and then it cuts when you drop it.
Only if you do the what is that record skip?
Yeah. Skirt.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I am not done.
It's crazy to see this in person.
One year we did. Oh yeah, there's the floral thing. So we're not going to do it back there. So the main thing will be in this area right here.
Yeah. I've seen the pictures of you doing this before here.
Yeah.
Crazy to actually like see the place now.
Right? So couriers go out on routes, picking up specimens during the day, and then they'll come back here and they'll have people that'll sort this. So they'll bring it in. This is kind of like back in the day when I worked at Smith Klein, they'd have boxes kind of like this, but they were like smaller sections, refrigerator and ambient. So they see the stickers here, and they got to separate refrigerated from ambient.
Nice.
But these are shipping boxes, and these go out.
Biohazard logo on them, right?
They got shipping papers, they got tool packs, they got all these different things. But I've already checked these out for like food and drink or stuff like that. But this is their sorting area. So all right, so basically what we'll do is I'll do an official start. All right. So again, it's just be a casual conversation about courier work. All right. Hey, Josh Grave, thanks so much for agreeing to sit down and talk a little bit about courier work. Instead of a third stop. Yeah. What do you think of our training in comparison? It's a lot easier, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of easier work with it. One of the big things that happens,
Yeah.
I put the key and fix it.
Yep.
Rules and stuff like that.
Yeah. TikTok and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Who are all these people?
Isso é a cama que teve na quarta. Cama de 20 quilos.
Look at the building, Chris. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, yeah, that's sick.
We're on the U of M campus now, part of the U of M.
Oh, is that dorm rooms?
I don't know.
No, those are the dorm
You
rooms.
can see all these buildings now will have the U of M logo on it. University of Minnesota.
Or even the bridge is brought to you by Minnesota.
You right? It is cold and windy today, man.
Yeah, it is.
But we're having fun. Are we having fun?
Oh yeah.
So, one of the things that I think maybe it's my fault, for not getting my message clear with courier companies, and I'm going to work on that. But the route ride-alongs, the function of the route ride-alongs should be more of, hey, do you have any drivers that you've had issues with, or
Yeah.
things that have popped up that you're concerned about, you want us to do a quality check. But a lot of times courier companies will send me on these ride-alongs, so go see what he does, go see how he does what he does and how we do what we do.
Like, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, it's interesting, but it's not the purpose. The purpose of the route ride-alongs is supposed to be to analyze how they're doing their job, make sure they're doing a good job, and sometimes with a fresh set of eyes, when I come along, maybe I'll see something like, oh, hey, listen, this is not correct, or he's got a bad attitude with the customers, or he drives like a maniac, or he parks. There's all these character quirks that you'll see with some couriers, and that's supposed to be the point of the ride-alongs. And I think what we'll do here is I'll park and I'll let you stay in the car again, because this is even worse.
Yep. And there they go. Oops.
That's all gold up there, bro.
Oh, that top part?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're building something over here.
Eventually, Lufkin Medical Labs was purchased by SmithKline Bioscience Labs, and they moved up to the suburbs. They built a big lab up here in New Brighton, and they used to park 30 cars out here. I don't know where they went actually, but they used to be right in this big corner building, and I'll take you around to the backside in a minute. But now it's called something called Recombinetics. But this was our main entrance, SmithKline Beecham Clinical Labs, and they would park all the courier vehicles out here. And then, of course, during the winter, they would freeze solid. So eventually they changed it so the couriers could drive their cars home and plug them in and make sure they didn't freeze. But that was SmithKline Beecham, worked there for multiple years until I took a transfer out to Denver and moved the whole family there. But let's go around to the back and take a look, and I'll show you something there. So the drivers, we would all come in the back way, and there was an entrance right there where that Jeep is parked up against the building, kind of. And we would, we would drive up here, all of us would park, unload our cars, bring the specimens into the building, and specimen processing would happen right inside those doors. And that's where the whole process began. They had all their diagnostic machines in there. They had all their customer service reps. Everything happened in that building. And that was eventually when Quest purchased SmithKline in 2000. They just changed the signage and took over that part of the business. Not really sure where they moved to right now, but I worked here for many years, you guys. This is really where, from this location, they flew me out to Philadelphia, and I went through a week of intensive training. That's really how I became a Courier trainer, and it all happened really, that lab really hit their stride in this location. So, memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. It's one tub from two different angles. What's wrong with this picture?
That makes sense.
Okay, it's open, number one. What else? Okay, stuff is hanging out of it. It's unorganized. It's open. It's overflowing. What else? No labels, no biohazard markings, no company contact information. Good. What should the courier have done in this scenario? Holy for holies, man. Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, if you want to get a seat, we'll get started.
What's that? Is it?
I didn't turn it off, so.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Check. Testing. 1, 2. Cool.
All right, medical courier, you're going to see items like blood, urine, feces, tissue specimens, pharmaceuticals. Some of you might transport human organs, veterinary labs, durable medical equipment, nuclear medicine, maybe even chemotherapy drugs. I know some of you guys. And so going counterclockwise in the circle, we find a clinic where the patient goes to have their specimen collected. And then you, the courier, go to the clinic and pick up that specimen and deliver it to the lab where it's tested. Your vehicle, wherever you put the coolers in your vehicle, that becomes your work area. We'll talk about that in a bit. Right now, let's talk about specimen transport guidelines. A lot of people think that if they just have that attitude, that they'll be safe in the workplace. Let's talk about the spill and exposure incident plan, but specifically how you can minimize your own personal risk of exposure. Person overheard you using a patient name, the acquisition, access, use, or disclosure of PHI in a way not permitted, or the Mississippi overflow its banks. Okay, B, number 5, PHI means physicians' hearing instruments, protected health information, physicians' health initiatives. B. Okay, B, so PHI is protected health information. 6, which of the following is not a covered entity? And they're pretty well spelled out, and there's a description of those 4 factors underneath. So before we actually go and report a HIPAA violation, the risk factors that we talked about in the training, you can read them and look at that event and determine whether or not it's met the muster of being a breach. And he fell and his right hand was punctured by broken specimen. Full details of what happened, how it happened, and how the specimen entered his body. Client involved, and what kind of tests are being run. It could be thousands of dollars. But again, driver sent to the medical facility, yes or no. If these are contractors, you can scratch out employee and put driver. If it's an employee, like let's say a dispatcher goes out and gets injured or infected, that changes everything. So this is where it all started. This used to be an open parking lot and an old-fashioned building with a tower right next to it, and that housed Lufkin Medical Laboratories. So my friend at the time, Linda, who is now my wife, found out that there was a job opening for a medical courier making $4.25 an hour. She said, you should go apply. And so I did. I went and applied and got hired for that job, driving around the Twin Cities, picking up lab samples, blood, urine, feces, tissue specimens. And there was Nathaniel Lufkin, who was the founder, and he had several other pathologists, and they operated out of that building. It was a small building. There may have been 5 or 6 drivers total. Eventually, Lufkin Labs was purchased by SmithKline Bioscience Labs, moved out to the suburbs, out to New Brighton. They built a big laboratory and changed the name to SmithKline Beecham Clinical Labs. During my time at SmithKline Beecham, I was flown out to Philadelphia and I was trained as a courier trainer. That was my job, to train couriers on hire annually, on specimen handling and transport, on company policies and procedures, and OSHA and HIPAA compliance. But guys, it all started here, 1103 2nd Avenue South in downtown Minneapolis. Don't despise small beginnings, you guys. Sometimes it can grow into something awesome.